Okay, I know I'm not alone in this. When black folks have colored eyes, those people make that shit their entire identity. Like, bitch, do you see my eyes? Do you see that they blue? I am ready for Bria to take her spoiled, entitled, bratty, white meat loving ass to pack her bags and get on the next thing smoking. But you can call me Unicorn. And welcome back. Come on in, grab a seat, kick off your shoes and relax your feet and bring you on down to the escape. Just get you. Okay. Now that you have gotten comfortable, you have gotten acquainted with your neighbor, please make sure you go ahead, like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to do when you come into somebody's YouTube home. All right, so we're going to go ahead and speed round through the beginning of this episode because there wasn't a whole lot really to talk about during it, but there are like moments sprinkled in that I do kind of want to touch on. But the bulk of this episode that I really want to talk about comes towards the end when we get to Bria and her bullshit. The episode starts off with a workout with the girls and the boys. The girls have a mimosa walk, which I have never heard of before. Like, it sounds very counterproductive, but y'all go ahead and look fab and have fun. Then the guys go out to the yard, and then the guys and the gays go out to the yard to go work out and such. Silas is the instructor for the workout, and he is pushing Preston, I'm assuming, past his limit of can do. And Preston is like, girl, I'm not you, girl. I can't do what y'all do. We got different body types and different thresholds of what I can do. So what y'all can do, don't try to put that on me. And Silas, and I think that this serves as like a very good demonstration of one of the moments where Silas has to like take a step back and consider how other people feels rather than trying to control the situation. Like any good instructor, physical, any, what the fuck are them people called? Is this how you know I don't be working out regularly, bitch? Any, why I can't think of what do they call workout instructor? No, they are called trainers. What am I doing? Any good trainer knows that every person you deal with needs a different custom routine. And when you're working out with a whole bunch of people, like there are always going to be some people who can do more than others because that is what they are fit to do at the time. So don't be trying to push nobody past their limit. But that again goes to show that is another example of Silas having control issues. It's like, girl, okay, if everybody else did 15 and Preston could only do 8.5, let mama do her 8.5 and cool it. Like, stop trying to push her. I don't like that. Y'all be trying it with my girl Preston. But okay, we must not go further. We must not take a inch further before we talk about the elephant in the room. Alex's titties. Baby, that is one skinny ass man with a nice ass rack. Let me tell you something. Bitch, them titties look like a safety blanket. Like you could just nestle up. If you was going down on a plane, bitch, you could just nestle up in between his titties and you will be okay. I promise you, you will be safe from all type of mountain rock, heavy splash, bitch. If y'all get swallowed by the whale from Jonah in the whale, bitch, you will be safe in between that man's titties. I promise you. Okay, so then we get to the scene. We flash forward to the scene where like the entire group comes back and the girls are getting ready to go into the pool. Then we get to the scene where Jordan and Alex are kind of flirting, and Jordan is intrigued by Alex's mystery. This, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is why I said Alex has the biggest dick in the biggest big dick energy in the house, because the man just got a swag and a aura about him that just is cool, and he don't put too much pressure on you. It's kind of very much like, if you fuck with me, you don't. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. I'm good either way because I'm always gonna bag a bitch. And it's never gotta be, you never the end all be all. And I think that girls who are very used to guys flocking to them and doing the most, like Nick on Twitter and Instagram, they're very much used to that. So when they're next to a guy who doesn't give them all that attention, and it's very like, whenever you want to talk to me, you can type energy, the girls bend. And Jordan is bending. Okay. She's doing her best flirtation too, though. I think that they do have a very like match. They have a very equal level of like sex appeal and big dick energy. Like, cause I think that Jordan definitely walks around like she knows she's that bitch, and she is. And Alex, that would be a cute pair, bitch. Y'all start an OnlyFans, I'm subscribing. Well, I always want to see somebody OnlyFans, child. It's just a mess. So then we get to a scene where Silas's control issues come up again. He and Nick are playing beer pong. And beer pong. I'm such a gay. Beer pong. I am a homo if I ain't never been a homo before, child. While they're playing beer pong, Silas tries to control the rules or implement his own rules in the game. And Nick is just like, there you go again, trying to control what I do. And it's just like, when you're in a house full of other men and just other people in general, it's just like, girl, you don't get to control everything. You don't get to be the ringleader and everything. You don't get to be the boss. You don't get to tell everybody what you do all the time. And I get it if it's rules to a game or whatever, but it's just like, girl, shut up. We just here having fun. Everything is not all about competition, and everything is not about like you exercising your control. Chill out. Chill, my brother, chill. Okay. But anyway, so Nick gets into, do you think that you have control issues? And then they get into this back and forth where Silas is kind of defending himself by saying that Jasmine controls things, but he just throws the money or whatever. And it's just like, often people who have the money tend to control people financially. That is a real thing. Financial control is a real thing. There is actually no other power greater than money on this earth. That is what makes the world go round. And honestly, the more money you have, the more power you have, especially in a relationship. So I think you told on yourself there, my brother. I think you did. Okay, so we get to the scene where we're in the kitchen with Bria, Amir, and Preston. And Bria Bria says how she can't wait for, what's her boyfriend name? The white man to come. And she can't wait for the guys to drill him or whatever and feel that whole family vibe. Yay, whatever. So then they get into like how she feels like Amir is her brother, and then Amir starts like crying. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was uncomfortable by the tears. Now, usually I can handle people crying when it's like legit or whatever, but it was just like those tears made me feel uncomfortable because I was just like, girl, what is you crying for? Like, I don't think, was this one of those moments? Like, did they edit something out to where I don't understand like what brought on the tears? But what he ended up saying was that he views everybody in the house as family. And then we cut to his confessional where he says that his biggest fear was, his biggest concern about coming into the house was that he was not going to be black enough to fit into the house. And what he experienced while being in the house is that there are many variations to being black. There's not one definition. I am curious to know though, which definition did he think equaled black? I would love to know what he thought the definition of being black was. Okay, so then we get to a dinner scene towards the end of that night where Jasmine lets us know that she's inviting her homeboy Jason. And then they flash this picture of this bug-eyed, blue-eyed, light-skinned man. I'm like, oh my God, bitch, turn the brightness down. Okay, I know I'm not alone in this. When black folks have colored eyes, those people make that shit their entire identity. Like, bitch, do you see my eyes? Do you see that they blue? You'll be just talking to them and they just be like, yeah, so I had an iced coffee today. Yeah. Extra foam, whipped cream, caramel. And they'd be like, girl, close your peepers. We don't need to see your thoughts. Close them. Like, girl, your soul is just bare. We don't need to see it all up in your soul like that, girl. So then we move on from that conversation, and Jasmine directs her conversation to Nick, where she asks Nick about his girlfriend. And somehow this table just all turns on Nick. This just turns into like a fire squad all drilling on Nick. Why do y'all care this much that the man was hiding his girlfriend? Okay, we got it. He was hiding his girlfriend. Okay, y'all wasn't trying to fuck him no way. Sounds like y'all was trying to nail him to the cross for no reason. Y'all didn't really care about him. Y'all were more offended by him flirting with y'all than anything. So it's just like, okay, now y'all should be relieved. He won't be flirting with y'all no more because now y'all know he got a girlfriend. Whoop-de-doo. Girl, let it go. Okay, so the next day, Bria and Jasmine have a conversation about Simon staying for a week. Now, they do a flashback of them at the bowling alley, and Bria explicitly says that he is going to be staying for the last week, and Jasmine says, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Something like that. And now that Silas said that he doesn't want him staying for a week, now Jasmine has an issue with him staying for a week. And now she's trying to play like she doesn't remember Bria saying that to her. So then they have a conversation in the living room, and Bria's like, well, and then Jasmine's like, well, I just want to make sure the entire house is okay with him staying for a week. And then they kind of just leave off on a cliffhanger. My thing with Jasmine is that Jasmine has no backbone. She has no mind of her own at this point. All of her thoughts are funneled through her husband's penis. And it's just like she has no control over her mind anymore. You had no issue with this man staying for a week. You had no issue with him coming or the length of time. You had no issue with that. So now you trying to make it an issue because it is your husband's issue. That feels a little like awkward to me. And then like towards the end, we cut to a scene where like after Bria and Silas have their heated argument, we see Silas say that he is concerned because the whole house is having a party and Bria's nowhere to be found. And Jasmine says, I don't care, because she all hugged up on her man in a toga. I'm like, girl, this girl's so damn dickmatized, I don't know what to do. Okay, so now we flash forward to Bria and Silas having a conversation. They're talking about it or whatever. The conversation starts off with like, hey, what's going on? Immediately, Bria wasted no time before using her race card. Mama was just like, slam dunk, bitch. You not gonna discriminate against my white man, bitch. You not gonna segregate this house and tell me that my white man can't stay up in here, girl. Fuck you, that's racist. And it's like, I can't believe that we are living in a day and time where a black woman is using the race card to defend her white partner. I'm genuinely like, girl, have you no shame? Have you no shame? Jasmine walks outside to make sure her husband ain't getting yelled at by a woman. And then Bria instantly, as soon as Jasmine gets out there, Bria instantly turns on the white woman. I don't like it that Silas is yelling at me. He's very loud right now, playing an angry black man card. And it's just like, this lady really thinks that sleeping with white men, sucking on white cock, makes her white woman adjacent. No, ma'am. That's not, Fucking white man does not a white woman make. Okay? Let's make sure we are very clear about that, Bria. Because those tactics that you just tried to use right now was white woman 101. And baby, that's not gonna work in a house full of black folks. You can say that racist shit for somebody else. Get on your scooter. Get your scooter. Where is your scooter? And go. Take it to the nearest flight back to Germany. Go do what you gotta do. You and your 10-inch dick white man ain't gotta worry about coming to this house. It's all right. This is a blacks only house anyway. We didn't want no white people on this summer house Martha's Vineyard, no way. So go ahead and take that shit on over to Germany. Okay, so now the house, they get ready for the yoga party, the toga party, and the girls are playing the games. They're having fun. They're having a good time. And then Silas says, he turns to Jasmine and says that he feels uncomfortable because one of the house guests is not feeling welcome or whatever. She's upstairs by herself, not having a good time. So Jasmine was like, I don't give a damn. my girl, I know that's right. Mama said, I'm married, okay? Mama said, I don't give a damn. I'm down here with all my other friends and my man, and I'm having a good time. And hey, have fun, girl. So Silas goes upstairs to go check on Bria, and they have a conversation. It instantly turns combative. Bria is steadily trying to call the man a racist or whatever, and Silas rightfully calls her manipulative. Like, girl, you're manipulative as fuck, because just because I disagree with you in this moment, you're going to turn this around and try to make it a race thing. No, I don't want your white man here because he's going to be here too long. Everybody else doesn't have their other partners here, so it doesn't make sense for you to then add a whole partner for a whole other week. Like, he's going to be here for half of the trip. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So they get into it. She calls him controlling. He goes downstairs. He says, my woman has autonomy. And it's just like, boy, shut up. You ain't helping your case at all. Don't even think that we even dignifying that shit with a response, girl. Shut up. Walk downstairs, child. Walk downstairs, because she pulled your card, girl. She pulled it. She pulled it. She pulled it. So he walked downstairs. And she's packing her bag. She ready to go. And baby, when I tell you, you could not have made me happier with that move right there. Please pack your shit, your toothbrush, your underwear, your shaving kit, your prophylactics if you think you need it, and get your ass up out my house. Where am I going? To hell. Until then, I guess maybe the Four Seasons. And that is my recap of this week's episode. I hope y'all loved it. And if you don't, like it anyway, y'all. And make sure you drop some comments down below in the comment box, and subscribe and like and share and do all the things that you know you're supposed to do. Okay, chat. All right, y'all. Toodles.